The emotional memorial service honoring Joni Lamb was expected to become a moment of unity, remembrance, and healing for the Daystar community. Instead, new online discussions and viral reactions are now raising painful questions about whether Jonathan Lamb and Suzy Lamb were quietly treated like outsiders during the memorial events honoring Joni Lamb's life. As clips, reactions, and emotional commentary continue spreading online, many supporters believe the visible tension surrounding the memorial service reflected much deeper family fractures that have been developing behind the scenes for years. The controversy comes after the highly publicized family conflict involving Daystar television network, Jonathan Lamb, and broader disputes connected to leadership disagreements and allegations that previously divided the Christian broadcasting community. Since those painful controversies became public, supporters have closely watched every interaction involving the Lamb family, especially during emotionally sensitive moments such as Joni Lamb's funeral and memorial gatherings. Now, following the release of viral commentary videos and emotional social media discussions, some viewers claim Jonathan and Suzy appeared isolated or emotionally distant during portions of the memorial events. Several supporters online pointed to seating arrangements, speaking opportunities, and visible body language during broadcasts as signs of possible tension behind the scenes. Although no official statements have confirmed mistreatment or intentional exclusion, the online speculation has grown rapidly because of the already fragile relationship between portions of the Lamb family and Daystar leadership. For many longtime Daystar viewers, the entire situation feels heartbreaking because the Lamb family once publicly represented unity, ministry partnership, and shared faith through years of television broadcasts and church outreach. Seeing visible emotional distance during Joni Lamb's memorial only intensified sadness among supporters who hoped the tragedy might bring healing rather than deepen divisions. Several online viewers specifically focused on how little Jonathan and Suzy appeared during portions of the memorial coverage compared to other speakers and family members. Some supporters argued this may have simply reflected private family decisions or broadcast planning. Others interpreted it very differently, claiming the couple appeared emotionally disconnected from much of the ceremony itself. One emotional supporter wrote online, "It honestly felt like they were there physically but emotionally separated from everything happening." Another commented, "You could feel the tension even through the screen." Similar reactions continue spreading across social media as supporters analyze clips and photographs from the memorial service. The emotional context surrounding the controversy is impossible to ignore. Over recent years, Jonathan and Suzy Lamb became central figures in one of Christian broadcasting's most painful public family disputes after allegations and leadership disagreements connected to Daystar exploded online. At the center of the conflict were accusations connected to how certain family concerns were handled internally, along with broader disputes involving trust, leadership, and accountability inside the organization. Daystar strongly denied wrongdoing while describing portions of the accusations as damaging and false. As those disagreements became increasingly public, many supporters noticed relationships within the family appearing visibly strained. Some former Daystar viewers even admitted they stopped watching entirely because of the emotional conflict and public accusations unfolding online. Because of that complicated history, Joni Lamb's passing immediately raised difficult questions about whether reconciliation had privately occurred before her death. Some supporters hoped the memorial service might become a peaceful moment where divisions softened publicly. Instead, many viewers now believe the emotional distance visible during portions of the ceremony suggested those wounds may still remain unresolved. At the same time, other supporters strongly criticized the online speculation itself, arguing that people are unfairly analyzing grieving family members during one of the most painful moments imaginable. Several viewers pointed out that body language and emotional reactions during funerals can easily be misunderstood, especially during periods of intense grief and stress. One supporter defended Jonathan and Suzy online by writing, "People don't know what they were feeling privately." Another argued, "A memorial service shouldn't become reality TV for internet speculation." Similar comments continue appearing from viewers urging compassion rather than public judgment. Meanwhile, supporters close to Daystar leadership continue emphasizing that the memorial service focused primarily on honoring Joni Lamb's decades of ministry work and global Christian broadcasting legacy, rather than revisiting painful family controversies publicly. Over the years, Joni Lamb helped build Daystar into one of the largest Christian television networks in the world, alongside her late husband Marcus Lamb. Through ministry programming, prayer outreach, and global broadcasting efforts, the network reached millions of viewers internationally. Still, for many viewers, the emotional tension surrounding Jonathan and Suzy's presence at the memorial became impossible to ignore because of the family's already public history. Several supporters online admitted they spent more time watching interpersonal interactions during the service than focusing on the memorial tributes themselves. Another detail fueling online discussion involved claims that Jonathan and Suzy were not prominently included in portions of the public tribute videos and memorial storytelling shared during broadcasts. Some supporters viewed that as deeply painful considering Jonathan's lifelong connection to Daystar and the Lamb family legacy itself. Others argued memorial programming decisions often involve timing limitations and difficult editorial choices rather than intentional exclusion. The emotional reactions online reveal how deeply divided audiences remain regarding the entire Daystar situation. For some supporters, Jonathan and Suzy are viewed sympathetically because of the painful experiences and allegations they discussed publicly. Others continue supporting Daystar leadership strongly, while believing portions of the controversy unfairly damaged the ministry's reputation. Several Christian leaders online have also urged audiences to avoid turning a memorial service into another battleground for unresolved internet conflict. Pastors and ministry figures repeatedly reminded viewers that grief often creates complicated emotional situations inside families, even without public controversy involved. One pastor commented online that families can be hurting deeply in ways outsiders will never fully understand. Another warned that social media speculation surrounding funerals often intensifies pain, rather than helping reconciliation occur privately. At the same time, many supporters admit the situation surrounding Jonathan and Suzy reflects larger frustrations within modern Christian media culture itself, especially concerning celebrity ministries, family leadership structures, public accountability, and emotional transparency during controversy. For some former Daystar viewers, the memorial discussions reopened broader questions about whether reconciliation inside the family is even possible after years of public tension and emotional division. Others continue praying privately that Joni Lamb's passing may eventually inspire healing between family members despite the painful history involved. As discussions continue spreading online, one thing already feels clear to many supporters. Regardless of what truly happened privately behind the scenes, the emotional distance people believe they witnessed during Joni Lamb's memorial deeply affected viewers who once saw the Lamb family as symbols of unity and shared ministry. And while no public confirmation exists proving Jonathan and Suzy were intentionally treated like outsiders, the intense emotional reactions surrounding the memorial reveal how unresolved and painful the divisions inside the Daystar story still feel for millions of people following the situation worldwide.